peace and stay warm. Ride with every day's in summer. Babe, the only thing I'm missing, only thing regretting is losing you. I'd rather peace and stay warm. I did it all not too wrong. But in every goddamn racing, I found a demon like inside my mind. So baby, now we are. Yeah, we're making everything that we got. And every time we did the old try, as you cut and say no more. Only Chiva. Never meant to say sorry. Si prefieres llámame cuando quieras, just call me. Si me ves, contigo te está vibrando el móvil. Si te vas sin retorno, tú cambiaste el entorno. And you wanna return. What you want, what you need from me. Que me falta por decir. Piensa, dímelo a mí. Yo no sé nada de ti. What you want, what you need from me. No me nada que decir. So now let's say I'm about to blow up. Say I'm about to blow up. Flashing lights dance with fire in the night. I'm wired. Watch the time pass us by. Is this feeling lying? Could you pass the lighter? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my cool. Nicotine in my veins, flaming up desires. What am I supposed to do? 'Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo. Put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Baby, I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Yeah. Moving through all my feels, you're blurring out my vision. Watching your every smile like your television.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Actually, we have a wonderful stream there for you guys. We're gonna do some chess puzzles and do some Final Fantasy 14. Okay, before we get started, I've been thinking about some stuff, and I have some ideas. Okay, so bear with me for a moment. I got a little distracted by my idle game, but that is not what I am doing right now. I got distracted by my idle game, forgot to get my password for this. So it has been brought to my attention that I am kind of small. Let me go, bam. Well, I'm missing entirely, but I'm also kind of small. I'm here in the corner. Now, I'm told that's atypical, that a lot of people tend to take up more of the screen. So I'm going to try something here. Actually, I can't just adjust properly. I used to be able to just click and drag. Now I can't do that. So I can try to make it bigger. So, but I don't want to change the scaling too much because, well, I mean, there is that, but, you know, maybe I just want to be bigger in general. So what if I just make this like, okay, so I need to keep the ratio. What ratio is it supposed to be? Any idea what the ratio is supposed to be? I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, the ratio should be like 1.6 times. Okay, so if I make this 800. So I make this 800. I have to make it a little bit bigger. This needs to be 1292. Or to make it slightly bigger. And if I shrink down a little bit, it's hard to tell because this is not the outfit I was on. All right, I made it slightly bigger. Is this too small? I was a lot easier to tell when I had the other outfit on. Honestly, I have no idea now where I am in. I don't even know what the waist is out. Okay, that is the waist, okay. Alright, so probably okay, I guess, then? I don't know. Well, there goes my brilliant idea. I think people might like to see more of me. No? Okay. I see how it is. You don't want to see more of me. I know. I understand. Message received. Got it. I do need to spend some of this, though. What? Why are you bonking me? What did I do? What did I do? What's up? I gotta spin all this stuff. Fine, look, I'll go spin it over here. How's that? It's quiet? Sorry. I'll get the music going. But I had an idea. vertical mode. That wasn't too bad. It's just going. I'm going to start with the daily puzzle from yesterday. Uh-huh. I want to go here. What do I go over? No, don't go over. What do I go this way? Okay. Just vertical move like that. Silly. Bank shot is the name of that. I tried to do something. I was trying to make it better because, like, I have always been game focused, but I don't know. I thought you guys might like something different. If I don't ever try things, I never know. So I guess I try things. Let's go here. Then let's go here.
Should I ever tell them how I really feel?
I expect there to be more to it. Don't know why I was expecting that, but it is very early days puzzles. Very simple puzzles. Very simple puzzles. Oh, classical. Win the rook. I gotta go here. Take this. And slide over. I mean, it's possible. I could do more with scenes and try to make them so that, like, if I do things like Beat Saber differently, I could maybe have more stuff work in Beat Saber. Free bishop. Welcome back. I'm just trying different things to see what I can do to improve. I'll keep working. I mean, I just make different scenes. So all I gotta do, basically, I'll copy this scene. And then when I go to switch things, like I can make it so that the chest scene always has the chest thing up. So I don't have to remember to toggle it every time. I used to do that. I had a different scene for every game, but it got very bloated because I play a lot of games. They take, I take, they take, I take, they take, I take. We just end up a piece. So I'm sure not to take with the wrong piece first. That's just mate. Take the mate. Take, take, take. Take, take, take. Does that even work? We're always setting the queen. Can the queen get away? Get there. Here, here, here. Even that's still winning, though. It's just not as clear. I mean, that's what most people normally do. That's the default. I'm the stupid one. Trying to do everything for one scene. And I can have a different one for Beat Saber. By the way, I have a nice Earl Grey today. It's lovely. I have not had Earl Grey in a while. Let me go there and fork them. No! I was wrong. Got the bishop covering from the sniper bishop. Let's go here. Take that. Take that. Just take everything. We're still covering both of them. I think we're fine with it. Just take everything. Maybe even take their lunch money. Who knows? Well, let's fork them. I still get 2 pieces. I can just take it. There's no threat. I'll go this way. I just take it. Nope. I am not on my chess game today. You know, that's okay. You don't always have to be perfect. I want to fork them. I want to go here now. Just take it. Why don't I just drop back? You blocked yourself in. You can't block me. You can't go there. It's just mate. Take doesn't work. Takes. I think go here. They take my queen. I'll win the queen back. And I get their bishop as well. That's a move that loses my bishop instantly. But is it worth it? And I can save it by going right there. I can sacrifice by going here and get their bishop back. Here, they take, I take. Or I need to go back here as well. It's not a big threat, but it's gotta be annoying. Nope. I think I'm supposed to sacrifice the bishop anyway. Alright, we did really bad today. We did really bad. That's okay. We did really bad. Take that. We're just up a lot of pieces. I mean, that's what happens when you do bad. I got so distracted thinking about how to make myself look more appealing. Alright, so we don't take that. Do we go out here? No. We push. We do push. Okay, we take that. Take that. Then we just take that. Okay. I didn't think pushing worked. I guess I didn't do the math right. We just sack that and then we go after it. Alright, pause the rating. I had to promote the pawn. This does not work. I think I have to go here. If they take, I take. If they go here, I take it. Force them to go there, and then I go there, which is opposition. So yes. Had to go there. Now I take it. Then I go here. Ah, oops. Told you I'm just not on my game today. going for the night, apparently. I can't go out there because Rook's guarding it. I'm not really winning the night, it's trading my knights because if I go out here. Actually, Born. I just block like this or something. I'll go here. They have to watch out for this threat so they can't guard the knight. I mean, they can go over here though. Zoom the avatar back, raise to half tail. What? Raise to half tail. You wanted. So you want me zoomed out, but like see more of the model? Like be like taller? The problem is I don't have any like real tracking down there, so it just looks weird. I think I see that, but that's a lot of me not moving. They had to deal with the threat of me going up there and taking the queen. Calculate for checkmate. Compelling argument. What do I push up first? Let them make a queen. They can take that, I just take it. I can just push. I check first. Then I go here? No. We sack the knight? I'll pawn up. Then chase him out? Am I chasing him out? Is that what I'm doing? Murder fox. Murder fox. Alright, well, that chess puzzle looks really bad. So your idea... The problem is it's going to be too stiff. That might have worked when I had hand tracking, but it's just going to be too stiff. I don't think a full body model is the way to go. I don't have enough movement. It's just going to look really stilted. I mean, it already looks kind of stilted. I'm just saying, like, all I have is face tracking. That's it. I don't have anything but that. So I just don't see that being the path forward. I don't have hand tracking. But British Fox has hand tracking. I don't think, until I get hand tracking, not always on. I mean, I can write down the settings for it. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. So you want it zoomed out. So, well, so you if it's zoomed out, that means you want it bigger. So you want this to be like further. Like that? One problem here is the tail is not actually my tail. You know that, right? The tail that pops up when I wag is not my actual tail. We can figure out how to do that. So, whatever. Let's see here. Then for the tail, no, it should follow. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll try it. Right, there's that fixed. All right, there. Stream is set. Big Fox shouldn't change. Yeah, it's unrelated to Big Fox. All right, we'll give it a shot. See how you guys like it. Oh, I'm not an expert. You guys know what you want, right? What are you knowing about? What are you... Well, I'm too stupid. I'm just too stupid for you to play chess or play Dark Tide while I am streaming. I got home late, so I didn't get time to play my idle game. I don't even know where I... Oh, wait, is this thing ready? It was ready. Screw it, I guess it's going longer then. Whatever, I need so much, though. No, screw it, no, we're not letting it go longer. I'm harvesting. I gotta harvest my gains. Fine, it's fine. I forgot this thing was almost ready. Okay. I gotta spin these things. I can't remember which is the one that's most important. That one? Okay, I spent all those things. Still for that. Okay. Okay, we happy? I want to go back to this level, though. This level I want to farm. I didn't get a chance to play earlier. I just worked. There's so much. Look at all this stuff I missed. Look at all these things. All these things I missed. Alright. Fine. Wait, are we done? Are we fine? Hold on. Are we fine? We're not fine. There. Now we're fine. Maybe. I'm not. I just really, like, I got a little bit of fear of missing out because my idle game needed attention. And it stresses me out sometimes. Because you guys always get upset when I touch it, and so I feel like I'm letting you guys down. And, I don't know, it's frustrating. I just feel like... I feel like I'm letting you guys down, which means that at some point, to hide it, I'm going to end stream early just so I can play my idle game. Is that what you guys want? Do you guys want me to end stream early to play my idle game? Or to start stream late? I could have started 10 minutes later and done everything I needed on my idle game. Is that what you guys want? I mean, that's what you guys are acting like you want. Just saying. Everyone want to catch. You would want to take stock of the current crisis. It may be lacking the finer details of certain areas. We'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sorry, I'm having a day. I'm just tired. I'm wiped out. My leg's been cramped all day. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats that Xanadu is facing right now. Not at all. Much happens to secure state funeral. And a clear idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation. Vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. Switching my drink, which in this case is actually tea. More tea. Can I get it back there? All these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly. They nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about the incident, right? Right, no additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. Hooray! The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people. They wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Miranda Fox. Look who it is. Good evening, everyone. And there's also a flaw. I think I'm gonna have to drop it down just a touch. I don't know if you guys caught that, but the, that icon doesn't cover as much as I thought it did. Can I fix that? Can I fix that? What if I just make it bigger? That'll do it. That will do nicely. Easily fixed. Now. Did I give you permission to touch me? I don't believe I did. But I'll let it go this time, alright? Try not to be so naughty next time. Okay, Zarek? Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The king of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the Storm Surge, as I did. Now. Check. I do believe you asked me to take lessons from the wonderful lady and be my horde. I may not go as far as she does, but I'm certainly going to try. At least, that's what I planned with you. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electro-technology. It was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts to the present day. Let me just take a look at that. I may have bumped the microphone just a touch. Is that better? Is that any better? Yeah, I may have bumped the microphone at some point. But I don't know how loud we want it to be. How loud do you want the microphone to be? There, I bumped it even more, but now I don't know where I bumped it. Perhaps I should probably put a mark on it so I know where it stays. But whatever. I'll leave it there for now. Yeah, I bumped it again by accident. So right now, I have it on the smallest circle. That's probably a good place to leave it for now, right? He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seemed doable enough. Exploring treatments for leaven sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations. Only he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated. That evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. I'm having a little trouble getting my voice to the right pitch. It's definitely not easy. It's actually making me sound a little hoarse. We've already seen how he's employed the Simula to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register their new regulators. I'm watching you. But this is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. Nobody wants to hear her talk. Don't be absurd. You'd much rather hear me talk, right? Don't worry, I know you do. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he'll draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. If we mean to follow Calix's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Yeah, but you don't need to hear her talk. She is kind of dumb, after all. Didn't she just fail in chess puzzles after less than 30 minutes? Much less if memory serves. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I could sniff him out. I'll help you. That's quite fitting, I suppose. That is Morian. My sister has lots of things. Bride's not one of them. While Glulja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep. So shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Perhaps. Beaming is a word that could be used to describe her. She's always so annoyingly happy. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Lance Guard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolo. Alphino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join a Kalis group, if you'll have me. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. Oh, I'm back. You get sick of Yang already? Oh, thank you. I'm not worried about you, Geo. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calix. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. What's the problem, Zog? You sick of Yang already? Nice, keep going. You see my movement. Full movement. Which movement? Good thing or bad thing? Random Fox. Adventure Fox? Adventure Fox. Sorry, I was off my own little world. Shall we get started? Are you alright, Geode? Me? Well, I'm well enough given the circumstances. It's the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death, and so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It's only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. But I cannot forgive the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lives in Alexandria, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. You think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen this convince me that you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. You all do too. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now just remove as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? I'm alright. Yes, my parents gave it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so they claimed some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Okay, well now we'll take the east. Oh, I thought I'd go as Fiend. Farewell, we shall enter patrol in the positors past Trueview and wait you there. Now I gotta figure what Yang said to Zelric to make him get rid of her. I thought he liked Yang a lot. Let's do the rounds then. Let's see what's what and chat to people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hope without earnest a tidbit or 2 we didn't know before. Are the centuries and areas safe to be around now? I actually know what's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need to be a regulator. Becoming illness is the only way. Even Queen's Fiend said so. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had work the next day. Once we were past the busy season, when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street just outside in the morning, or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Trail, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Want to hear my story? I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. You must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheel dropped right out of the sky. He didn't survive the crash. Dang if fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know it's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. I mean, we can keep it that way. We certainly can. Why has to be in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I just registered my new regulator. I was thinking it would be becoming nothing but memories at first. But now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, isn't it going to get very ugly? Okay, a word. I feel like there's a new factor in these stories we've heard, one we hadn't considered during our search with everyone in the back room. That a victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time. Maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if it's a pattern or not. Is this the same thing as before, or is this a new one? Okay, yeah, this is the same one. Let's skip it. I can load it up as a test later. It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. They're the ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages. The old ones, lady who always greeted me with a smile, hate for anything bad to happen to them. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. City-wide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. You narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0. I said that early on that I thought they'd be targeting people without regulators. Did you know if people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? Sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about it. They were quite a chore to clean up. Nothing else worthy of mention. Yeah, I think it's time we rejoin Krylan's Fiend. Staff joke with my boasted shale, but may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings to keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Krause say to meet them in the plaza just outside Trueview? Let's get going. Went their own way. Oh well. It's almost time to go brush. Also, I feel like I'm not looking in the right direction. So essentially, you're saying the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't really regulators? Well, the numbers are so tentative, and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they stack up against the overall data. But this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had to remove the regulator was a priority target. Not to mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Because they already made their decision, everybody else is scared. Based solely on the lack of a need a regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless. Let somebody fail to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. But another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calix has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. There's no need to kill anyone. The way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps the sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, where he had some other need for the lives he's taken. Did he take their souls? Something had been done to the victims. Did he harvest their souls? I wonder, what about the sanitation worker's story? She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies. Now where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Aaronville from the sentries in the outskirts? Raina Fox. Blue Rose Fox. That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned residence, but none knew what had become of it. Oh, thank you. I don't know, I could be three princes in a trench coat. You never know. That both stories speak of missing remains suspicious enough. The shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm that this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions. Okay, we need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. I believe members are on the way now, but are you close enough to join them? Damn it, our new investigators have to wait. Let's go. Before we do that, we're gonna go brush. Let's go brush. Alright, I'll be right back, okay? Running back. Sorry about that. I just ran downstairs to make sure I took my meds also. After brushing. Okay, let's press on. I'm ready to check this every time I go. Okay, we're good.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
I'm just gonna watch this happen.
Leave him alone.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
That's a problem.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Welcome back.
Go to them, quickly!
Do we get to see Stream fight?
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother, please.
Oh. Now she's been hit.
Isadora. Thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
But she's alive. Parents' feet can heal now. It's good to know.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Apparently so. I know she has the book. What is that, Scholar?
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better. Thank you, miss.
He knows, but he didn't want to say. Good kid. Weird shirt on him, though. What's with the thing that crosses his back and leaves the back open? Do I have one bed?
Will she sleep like that forever? No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it. That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't she need a separate bed for her? If he's always in it, she needs a bed for her. Makes no sense. I think 7.3. Forgive me, I was reckless. Shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. See our other comrade back there? He stayed behind the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry, he must have fallen protecting the residents. Tacos. We still got the music going. Our comrade, do you think he may have been struck down? If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. Taco, taco! No, eat taco. Wait, please. It isn't safe and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isidora for me? We'll tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. Took me a while to figure out how to get out. This store's going to be alright then? I'm so glad. I just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul, he gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other. Then all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Ormers know, Calix commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Vargpriest sent word. I'm sorry, by the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geo could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we'll need to find him. Why? Something happened? Possibly, we're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. My nail's got a crack in it. I faced it with my teeth. Maybe not. Oh well. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Then we should search for Diode. I agree, since most Oblivion members are sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be the prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. Well, I was picking at it because it's a little bit big. I need to cut it. And it tore wrong, and so it went across the nail rather than up. The ramifications then prevent Calix from intercepting a signal, and we use them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Becky has one too, so ask her to keep you hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. She said you sweep the surrounding area, so you shouldn't venture too far. Let's get going. It looks like a gun blade. Well, that's what made it happen. I know, I'm aware I made it worse. I am acknowledging the fact that I made it worse, okay? But I just need to get my clippers and clip it, and then I don't have to, I won't risk catching all this stuff. See no sign of Geo. Perhaps you search further to the east. Look to the east! What is that thing? Like, what is its purpose, do you think? Is that like a camera? A light? What are they doing? Further east? Geoscience Geode. Yakui's voice crackles forth in the communicator. Geode, answer me. There's no response. Perhaps you should continue to search further to the east. Oh, longer search this time. Geoscience Geode. The neighboring investor's radius would be the next logical place to look.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it. That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
Okay, they're doing extra stuff.
The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
Old guy.
Shit.
Start shooting. You have a gun. There you go. That's why you need a gun blade.
Damn you!
You can't be here! You need to run, now!
It's a trap.
A trap!
Can we get there in time? Run! Don't turn your back on that one.
Take care of the others, eh?
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe?
Also, why did he throw the gun? Use it as a pistol whip him. Haven't you seen me play that game Pistol Whip? I should play that again sometime. We're too late. Not too late to revenge him, though. Oh, please tell me we get a fight.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
It's a shame.
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years.
What? That's the math's not mathing.
Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
You're just gonna harvest other people. You don't seek other victims. I gotta stop picking at this.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
I've gotta stop picking at this.
I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Yeah, it's basically a mace I'm just beating people with. I think there was an anime where the guy had a giant, massive sword. It's basically a slab of metal. Well, there's probably several of them. And it just looks so ridiculous. pile of dust, these ashes. And the soul cell he left behind. Was this his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives. And the reflections don't either allow for many more endless. That too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Calyx, obviously. Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well that there is naught noble in the sacrifice. Brandon Fox. Miku, I'm thinking Miku, Miku, oh, oh, Miku, Miku, oh, oh. I am on top of the world because of you. All I wanted to do was follow you. Oh, keep singing along for all of you. Oh, keep singing along. Hi, everyone. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall in his possession, Galio. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents and reflections elsewhere. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, ask why you agreed to meet us there as well. The Miku Fox is a go. If only he'd warned them about the trap, people might know not to protect the innocents quite so hard.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Golulja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless! Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this.
Oh, you know one thing I forgot to do today? Oh, I didn't say. I got a message from the, I got a message from, the people do the cosplay. It wasn't a very useful message, but it was a message. Basically, they said, they're sorry it's taking so long, that they're urging the maker to make the outfit. Which, seemed a little odd to me, but, I think it's because I told them my use dates for yesterday. I wanted it for yesterday, and they realized, oh, we have missed that date. And so I think it was just a form letter translated. But I asked them when they're going to send it to me, and they have not responded yet. So hopefully they answer. It says, sorry to inform you that the order's still needs some more days to finish. Could you wait for it? We've urged again the maker to make it. Needs some more days. It doesn't say how many. So, I don't know, it seems odd. I just don't know how long it's going to take. It said needs some more days. I don't know. Not very informative.
Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
As you said, at least it's something. If it's just by next week, sometime, it should get here in plenty of time. So is that another 9 days to work on it?
Where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry. I won't do anything stupid.
Nobody should be going anywhere by themselves. It's dangerous. It's dangerous out there. I better take this. It's cryo.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
I called it.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now.
We should just fast that to
We
weapon
need
and use
time
it to
before
take
we
him
can
down.
move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
It kind of looks like a rocket. Kind of looks like a rocket. You could maybe launch it, maybe it'll blow up. Another comrade gone. Some days almost more than I can bear. Geode was. He was an older brother to nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer, though, and it's surely taking it the hardest. That's on top of what happened with Kakiwang. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She'd like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Murder Fox. I feel like some of you have learned something about that. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx. But I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. As you said, you need time to work through it. You're right, I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I have no use to anyone. Kakiwa used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I'll give you someone to blubber to if you've shoulders to spare. Right then, let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. You know, I suppose that's probably why we went with Geode, so we get close to him before he dies, and then it feels more tragic. Because we got to see a little bit of insight about him, like, oh, I used to drink there and pass out in the street there and stuff. You know, they want to add a little more meaning to his death. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air wheelers. Feather communications modules removed. Even Calyx should be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Ready? We're flying close to the pylons, so follow my lead. These airwheels are Juno's babies. You'll find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. Exactly. Add the emotional impact. For years now, I've been taking one of these out for a term whenever I need to lighten my mood. Sometimes she would come along too, and we ended up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. We'd often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. Look, there's a fat chocobo down there. I see it. Is that a player, you think? Or is that an NPC? It's gotta be a player, right? Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. Phew, that's helped clear my head a touch. You don't care. You might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least, the members from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. If not, I have a blunt axe to hit things with. Look how unafraid she is. She's just like, oh, look, there they are. You know, that was a bit of waste. That's alright, though. We'll probably get our cooldowns back. Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slows you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and this faith feed didn't do it justice. Ahem. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we? Oh, she brought him a flower. Are we drinking beans? It looks like we're drinking beans.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa.
They're saying Kafkiwa. I always thought it was Kakiwa. Oh well.
Will you raise a glass?
To Geode's memory. I will in spirit? Well, I guess that's for people that don't drink.
Oh. What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I like her voice. It's very cheerful, even when she's sad.
I suppose I could spare a moment.
Nostalgia and all that.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization.
Oh, I think you check.
You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Oh, that's what we did in, do you remember, Yakuza 0, where we had the girls that sat and talked to the guys to keep them company while they drank?
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken
Hi, Jackal.
fools.
Welcome, welcome.
Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state.
And Gio, I can easily imagine being in such a sorry state.
The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause.
Perhaps.
It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to
I'd
what
be
lay
safe.
beyond the barrier.
Take care of the little
And
one.
learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Oh wait, we talked to him. He said that's the night he met Shale there, and he didn't think she remembered, but she does. She remembers too.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
I'm running on time. Alright, 20 minutes to next ad break.
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents. Those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, The door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
We're learning so much about stuff.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together. And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
And now just Shale.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided.
And sometimes you need that. I will point out, I'm not actually drinking in the cutscene. I guess that's in case people don't want to drink.
Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I could see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us.
You can still see my drink on the table just sitting there full. You
But
got
these
it.
memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course.
My YouTube tab disconnected again. I have no idea what's going on with it. But it says the stream health is excellent. I have no idea why stream chat disconnects sometimes. Oh well. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I'm back. Have we seen this one yet? Or is this one new? I've never seen the Gold Court Yang. I think. Am I misremembering?
Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you.
See, the level of mine is the same as that one.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I appreciate you helping me through this, and not only the grief. You've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if I will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. Ask Kyle for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. I see something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Kayla? I'm gonna respond to whatever that emergency that is. Or sneezing. Okay. Okay, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I'm making rounds in the outskirts, and I can't help but feel as if there's something amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. Make way until you finish attending to Shayla, of course. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I'd rather just be put back before I return to the back room. Okay, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it's my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I'm yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? That would be proven wrong. I fear something's not right here. I'm going to be placed down. You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of those deregulators and registered a little while ago. Since I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. That blimp was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Oh, please tell me you brought more than the regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already. If the rumors there were a few left over. Sure, the government still has some, or perhaps Queen's Fiend. May not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought. Now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Boing flashbang! Oh wait, you have to be on the ground. Boing flashbang! Wrong button. Oh well. Greetings, I remember when you visited the Queen's Fiend. Come check on her well-being, have you? I think things are rather stressful out here as well. I don't know if or when a machinery might turn murderous. Spectre death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for Neo regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate enough to claim a new device early on, and as long as it's completed the registration, death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. They formed a religion! So what do you think? Was I right to worry? The fear is palpable. Yes, that is exactly it. People are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Okay, can you have a resolution? No problem, I'm already here with Lamichi and the Alpha Gnome. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion.
Possibly.
Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well,
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity.
I thought you had a white one. Is he set?
Hope
No, he's got a black
for
one,
it.
okay.
Wish for it. Pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
Die, probably. That seems to be what they're going for.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do?
At some point, she's gonna put on her tiara and become the new queen.
I am not their queen.
Now with that attitude. Alex has access to the core system, which means that should he choose to do so, he can deploy soldiers beyond the barrier. If our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they'll not be beyond his reach. If it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Pokemon, please let them shelter into the Lola. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we will pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we best spread out and keep down with the crowds. Who's tense and must prepare for possible violence. Having to determine where Calx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Is that a gaily cat with a poncho on? Or a winter coat? Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Tuliol will gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. What of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Oh, Clement. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. And that was the promise I made to her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt that people's joys are our own, yet alone we lack the strength to protect them. There's so much that I love in this world. Too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear. So together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. Yeah, a lot of the characters in this are very relatable. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I'll be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue. And you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. Don't forget about me. How could we? We'd not be where we are now without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shio needs a hand? There you all are. Kaluja. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alcé and the others said you were here. Good news, Acalia. We finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories on Evercube's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029 is called. It's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. I don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. Initiative, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you all for your hard work. This is a huge step forward. And up. We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities. And I have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep it waiting. Okay, if I go brush for 2.5 minutes, that should cover us for until almost time. Then we need one more brushing to get to the end. So go brush, okay? I'll do 2.5 minutes, which will give us almost an hour. Alright, I'm back. Got 45 seconds though, so I'll walk the idle game, I guess. Got to kind of power this up so we can get more plants. More plants. And I believe we have a field here that we have nothing planted in. Yep. So the next step for this is to unlock this plant, which I have never unlocked before. It takes 1E to 380. And I got 1E to 321. But I just buffed how much I'm getting from this a lot right here. So that should go up very quickly. Just gotta get there. I think next time I do this, I'm gonna have to spend... There is a thing that upgrades that automatically. I didn't think it was necessary, but it seems like it might be necessary, after all. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape, honestly. Pretty good shape in our game. Oh, I forgot. I should be keeping an eye on that. Yeah, we're probably good. Alright, let's press on. Music's so peaceful and chill. Alright, so we got something over there. Ready to head up? Next stop, the 10th level. So this does seem to be a dungeon.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
Nope, I escaped.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Aren't you a cat? I can see just fine. There's an ATM. Hello, Bar. I'm doing well. How are you?
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
I saw you got some snow today, or yesterday.
You got the lights working!
Now, what come I can see.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
Oh, that sucks. I get those sometimes.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
That one, so I filled up most of my medicines, but I got this one here, my sleep one, that I didn't fill up. I'd like to get them on the same schedule, but that's gonna be hard. I don't know when it's supposed to fill. Why can I not look? Where's the app for that? There's an app for that. There's an app for that. There's always an app for that. I am so chronically on my phone that I have an app for everything. It's gonna fill on Friday. Friday? The 20th. Yeah, it's Friday. Means I'll probably end up picking it up on Monday. I'm sure I have plenty for that. It's like... Yeah, I got plenty for that. I got a good 12 or so. Just listening tonight? That's probably for the best. Yeah, just chill, listen, hang out.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols.
And we found out?
After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
It's like she's one of Janelle's energy tonics.
Those concoctions would probably do me more harm than good, but I appreciate the sentiment. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Oh, we set a trap for him! We set a trap. You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. I've learned of a certain device to help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. As for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. The room we're in is the Research Commons, located on the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. Small office there, okay. Should we cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but... Fortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you know, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Just didn't stay this place. It does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I should be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers get their personal belongings. The lockers? Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles on your path forward. Helping us will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades to proceed. Okay. So, personal stuff. I'm still going to look at everything, because why not? Few documents in an entire stack of the desk, find no security cards among them. Few instructive notes to maintain this nose board, but nothing resembles a security card. Small shelving unit hosts some also supplied little else of note. Scan the business area to find some cards of rubbish, but it appears to be empty. And there, I'm not sure where people keep their belongings. I think there then, I'm not even sure where people keep their personal belongings this day and age. Desk drawers, silly. There's an old desk where the doors are already open. You can tell the desk former owner left some things behind. Discover a card-shaped object. Electrode surface marked with a bold level 1. Okay, see what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. Also, what is this? Terminal screen surface with information index page. Personnel protocols. For security reasons, containment complex 1029 has been registered as materials distribution center. Keep in mind, this in mind, and conduct yourselves accordingly both inside and outside the facility. Whatever. Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated workrooms. Research comments the Proto Lab and the Daturo Lab. Enters into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Clearance level dictates the areas to which you have access. Clear provide data at all times. Due to the highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed from the complex, reservation retains the ownership of and the rights to modify the memories of all registered personnel. Access denied. Clock's Director, Demetrius. Proto Lab Chief, ES4. Daturo Lab Chief, redacted. Alright. Scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of similar size to the scanner panel. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. open. You did it, Kalia. A good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with the outdated circuit. I'm curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It's run by Director Demetrius, or so the terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Let's continue onwards. The door to the Director's office is across the central hub. It won't open because we need to go somewhere else to get the card. So I have to go in one of the other areas like that when it's open. Disapproval. No good. Maybe we need a different card? As scanners demanding level 3 security clearance to open the lock. Most of the delay chased me. We'll just have to comb through nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start searching the photo lab. The door's already open at least. We'll find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it. Alright. The way this room is set up, canister inserted in that device looks to be a soul cell. This be where they conduct their experiments to create an endless. We've probably spent days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the Director's office must take precedence. Figured it's closer to the locker over in the corner they couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. Personal research proportional data. Typing in my employment preservation, the organization would sound familiar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. Instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is a refined ideal of notions that I've only ever vaguely entertained. And mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of his flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect. It seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. Morgan was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the endless is reaching critical levels, and Queen's Fiend insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Malala colleagues, including the Proto-Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the Director? For tomorrow, I've been assigned to assist with the research project in the Tutorial Lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the use of which I have been kept ignorant. It seemed prudent to back up my memory data. Lock doors to type number patches between input the correct combination will open it. Five digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, didn't work. I tried. It's worth a shot. Because this data and haven't found a journal, I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At least we have achieved the target value set by Master Calix. I'll become endless as per our sentence protocols. I'll preserve the historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Your number, What number is 138? 158. Okay, 158. Throw it in. Boop, boop, boop. Nope. We tried. Too many patients. The means to track Calix are close and I'm itching to get my hands on them. This machine feeds into a soul cell. Shudder. I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Sure, this device was made to hold people. It looks so complicated. I should have to ask Shio to teach me how to use these machines. These don't seem to be our research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11,509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in report. Alright then, 11,509. Oh, one more. Experiment 163. Ah, so many numbers! 9834. Just 5 verified. I have no idea what that means. Maybe it makes sense later on. 11509. Let's go. I can't remember these numbers. They just keep throwing numbers at me. One, 5, 0, 9. Lock pops open inside. Discover a level 2 security card. Okay, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, but did I say level 2? We needed level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Katia. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes in their cars, I guess I'd imagine they'd be more, what's the word, bloodless? Mechanical? My parents wanted preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers agreed with Calix and its philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. They assumed those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. I almost forgot, the researchers kept journals on their data tablets. What I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. I was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calix and his work. Maybe she's ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Alright, let's move this investigation to another room. We have both the tutorial lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessible via the southeast corridor. Just back to the hub and locked door across the way. Which will hopefully yield before a new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. What if we combined the 1 and the 2 and made the 3? Probably not how security work cards work, huh? Scan device. Wait silent for the security card with the appropriate level of clearance. Boop. Yes, it opened. So we should go first. Do it to a lab or facilities? Let's start with the lab. So yeah, there's any power here. No, none at all. It's possible to energy supply room for this room is on a separate conduit. Which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be routed from facilities. So this room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting power restored to the tutorial lab, shall we? Power it up! Power to the people. Engaging power supply. No good, it's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, you need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. So yeah, that's your emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The entry cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall, directly to the tutorial lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Use the control panel set to each child to get an unbroken path of power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed, if you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging into the terminal's directories. I'd also ask someone to operate the generator. I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path of Kayla? Best looks up by supplying Caleb whatever information might be found in the circuit reconfiguration. It doesn't look that complicated. That up, and we gotta go over there. I think I can make this one circle. Make this one triangle? I don't remember which one it was. How's that? Is that no good? Pass. There, it's all complete. Except for that. Wait, maybe not. Yeah, look at this diagram. Still in the bottom left about backup power. Clearly the 4 circuit panels provide an uninterrupted path. To the shape of the room wind. That screen on the top left is Shale's terminal. The bottom right should be the generator Kalusha is working on. It's hard to make out the rest. Doing these 4 top ends. Bottom right is a square, top right is a half circle. You need to start at least. I thought I did that one. Did I not? If you configure all circuits, you confirm combat success for reconfiguration. I thought I already tried this triangle. It worked. We did it, Kaya. The true lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. That makes you. Could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days of the title. Of course, don't take a moment to bring up the contents. Looks like it to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexander's involvement in the storm surge. The Calix is designed for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled preservation resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end. Calix eventually elected to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. This account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age, and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposal for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So I had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Have he's ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs. That mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from his fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Dawntrail lab should be accessible now. I'll give everyone a once-over just to be sure. Sitting up a little bit straighter. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer so that shorted wire doesn't. And a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me out from the inside out. Take some more tacos. This all looks really good. Alright, I'll get the store open. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Hi, Brianna. Welcome, welcome. I feel like I'm always slow to see you're there. Been like that for a while? Have you been watching a lot of Final Fantasy XIV content? I know I've seen you in here a few times. But I feel like by the time I respond, you've already gone. I've changed the delay a little bit, so it should be a little bit faster. Random Fox. Tide Danger Fox? Purple. That's above. Isn't that... Are you coming back to the game? Are you getting ready for, the next expansion, which we don't know the name of yet? I'm trying to finish the main story quest in time for FanFest, which is next month, in North America. The key to interdimensional fusion? Looks to be a schematic on the monitor. They've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Nicalia has? Ah, we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally in Malala Bellic. Once his treasure came into his possession, preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessels and components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? The crystal itself is the key. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with his power, not when they did so, or why. That makes sense. Cows contract the key because this vessel is made by preservation. I believe there's much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I'll have to enlist Lucille's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calix's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security guard here that grants us access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organizers' upper echelons. And that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good to us. I guess we're gonna find a ton of cards just all over the place. Soul storage case filled with document binders and other miscellaneous objects, none of which are security guards. Yeah, I doubt that. Storage help show me unit holds of storage crate and sealed barrels. No sign of treating security guards. Is that food? Found a security card in the cabinet drawer. Oh, just found a security card? What a stroke. Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure. Oh, if it is exactly what we needed. Nice work, Kayla. Hooray! Yeah, exactly what we needed. Just when we needed it. Level 3, that should get us to the director's office. So what was it you were hoping to find in there again, Shale? You're saying this certain device was going to help us. Alright, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation, which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calixstar was one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system, and is using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. Since Calix is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic, you can pinpoint Calix's position. That said, he's done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back at the old castle, Calix said he was measuring Kayla's strength. What could he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Oh, speaking of cameras, there's another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also quickly deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show then. I'm also out of drink. Maybe something to drink. I really went through it today.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me.
Well, you can always decide not to live it later.
I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
I think that's how it's got in K-pop Demon Hunters.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
If they knew that like this was a result of quitting, why would you quit? Are you gonna shoot at the camera? No, okay. I was about to say. She only wanted to leave and he executed her. I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. That's kind of creepy. A little creepy. The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Hearing the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from other researchers. I'm not surprised given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through the portal, even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I did not ask what became of them after that. If it turns out they were captured by their pursuers. They did not regret their actions. Right, the Echo. Knowing you saw them as they were, your words gave me great comfort. No cryo. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one else could cross into the source to threaten their child's safety. Alright, let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the Director's office. One more room to go. Alright, let's do it. Hold level 2 security card up to the scanner. There we go, let's head inside. Now to find that data relay. Don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Here, come with me. I might have need of that security card. This terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, Kara, can I ask you and the other sorts of office to include this infuriating puzzle? Alright. I'm starting where I don't think there's anything. I'm pretty sure it's the beverage station is the key. Found a couple note wedged between the file binders. Securing lifts access. It requires passwords being put simultaneously at the terminals in the proto lab, the Shiro lab, and the director's office. That's the start discovery would be of interest to Shale. Oh, never mind. I guess we have to look at all of them. There's the soul cells may have once belonged to the director. They appear to be empty. Another personal effect you found is presumably the director's data tablet. Closed locker stands next to the table. Move the tab and begin skimming through the contents. Nothing of note, the mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. Key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue to attempt to stabilize the core's energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Nerve faculties of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation processing. Nothing of note. Projected resignations of 2 Malala researchers. Agent details in full report. Those 2 inept Malala broke with Preservation and absconded with the key. The fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, but were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we were to retain their flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct experiments. Deprived of the object for research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. Complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived, and any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calix's discretion. If he's not deemed as fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I'll proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calix requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. Laying dormant for years, now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. Appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen whether it will be able to do so once more. Have you found something? Thank you. Misplaced note, was it? With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter our password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There's no such room marked on the map, was there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt. And if passwords are involved, I expect the access itself is concealed, too. Concealed by electrope, you mean? Ah, could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. Remember what key, what did you say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface. You can pass right through electrope. Truly, we never had the property in my time. Kay is having a little fun, I think. But with me, this electrope can project a false appearance. It was still funny. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Another door! I managed to activate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't lay out the password protocol? I said we go ahead and try it. I agree, 2 of you should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the proto lab, and I'll take the tutorial lab. Is it time to go brush again? Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Fiend. Your knowledge of Alexandria's people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. Passwords are hiding behind clues. That might be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria, after all. I'll take tutorial lab duty then. We can keep in touch via communicator to match your timing. Okay, you shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once you determine what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide welcome on the crowd through the process. You know, there was that display plate over there, the one with the gems. I thought, since it was made of electrope, it might have some other purpose. I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you could figure it out. There's a gem missing. It's kept elsewhere, though. What do we do? Okay. I'm gonna go brush. That's what we're gonna do. Go brush. And I'll be right back, okay? Brushy, brushy. 2.5 minutes, I'll do it. I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get a little bit more drink. A little more water. It's actually tea. A little more tea. I stole some from work and tried to drink it up. I stole a gallon of sweet tea and a gallon of unsweet tea, and I mixed them together to make semi-sweet tea. Alright, so let's look at the table again. Oh, we didn't open the locker. Did we ever open the locker? The locker screen's open easily. Wow, there's a shrine to Calyx. There's another note. You quietly shut the locker door. Well, it's good. It would go to waste. They throw away so much food. You want to know how bad it is? Okay, so I was looking in the office in the meeting room, today, about 2:30. Okay, I walked in. I see a box on the counter where there's often food. It's a meat tray from some sandwich place. Meat and cheese and stuff. And sauces and stuff. I guess it's like a really low-tech charcuterie board. Ow. Anyway, so I open up the box and look, thinking I can scavenge some food. It is 100% untouched. No one has touched anything in this. There's sauces with lids on. There's spoons on it. Like, okay, you know, somebody could dip. Oh, well, welcome back. Are you back, or are you still being kidnapped? I realized that this is just here, set up for something. Apparently they had a meeting at 3 o'clock and they had lunch meat and stuff, even though it's like way after lunchtime. And nobody touched it. But I think somebody did take it in the end and gave it away. Two children embedded in this electrical plate. You identify the blue gem as sapphire and the red gem as garnet. This bears an empty slot for another jewel to fill. Topaz. Square is usually topaz. Shutdown protocols. I know I saw it. We already read all this. I'm just skipping through. Is there nothing in there? We already saw this. We don't even search? Okay. Consider George's books found a cube puzzle made of electro bat. It's probably just toy, maybe. You got it. Solve the puzzle. And this bit didn't consider this one there. Oh, there's something inside. That's a pretty green stone. I think it might be Alexandrite. These dudes were so treasured in the past they named the kingdom after them. You should tell one this just in case. Perfect. Let's try slotting it in this thing. I thought it'd be topaz, but I was wrong. Oh, we're missing 2 more things. Just so if it's stuck into place. Immediately after his glowing lines of diagram appear on display, putting my short phrase. A floor plan of this complex. Just showing this way, you realize these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex in which you're now staying. They're later passwords we were looking for. Flow words could be handwritten. I assume the jewel will come in handy. Let me see. Heed the stones. This doesn't have to be about the special meanings Alexanders have for gems. Stone belief, I think, where each type of gem means something different. But if you ask Sphene, she can tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone. Oh, does it? I didn't know that. Yes, if you have questions, you can only ask. Symbolism of Alexandrite. While I taught Alexandrite express the concept of protection, it instantly also the origin of Alexandria's name. Are we thinking this has something to do with the passwords? Sapphire and a garnet as well, you say? Yes, they all have meanings. Alexandria has a sense of protection, Sapphire represents honesty, and garnet symbolizes devotion. Let's try these words to Eternals and see if they're accepted. I can certainly hope we're right. Random Fox. We have Finra Fox. This is Tim Dandering. We're all set to go here. Welcome on, crowd, just waiting on the passwords. Sorry, welcome on to Proto Lab. What was she shooter? I got a 50-50. Alright, we have all 3 passwords ready. Now income in the system at the same time. I was not, I did not take track of, we got a 50-50. It seems to be working. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. The secure room is the only place we've yet to search. That data relays anywhere, it has to be there. We're entering as soon as welcome on crowd rejoin us. Those are really cool. I've actually seen them on walls. They're from streamers. Alright everyone, time to board lift to see what awaits us. Yeah, I have this big thing about wasting food. I'm told I acknowledge that I go a little bit too far with it. Where I will eat spoiled food rather than let it go bad. A little bit. On the counter side, I have iron stuff
doesn't
now.
Look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
Although I'm not as bad as my mother. So, I don't know if I've ever told this story. I got home, or if I have, it's been a while. I got home from work one day, right? And I found a bag on my porch. It was a DoorDash order. Did I order DoorDash? No, I did not. And it was Chinese food. And there were flies all over it. Like, I mean, it's in a container in a bag, but there were flies all over it. And I looked in it and found a receipt. It had been purchased at like 12:30 or something. Which means it had been sitting there for 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5 hours it had been sitting there. So I took it in and immediately threw it away. When I told my mother about it, she asked me if I ate it. I was like, no. Why would I eat it? She's like, well, it's food. It's like, well, it's been sitting on the porch for 5 hours. That's not a... And it was like the summertime. It was hot. Alright, that's a good way to get sick. But yes, I scavenge food at work when I know people don't want it anymore. And yes, I've actually gotten sick from bad food at work. A little bit. Mild stomach upset.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only 2 methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
Database?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
A hard drive. In a world formed of data?
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh yeah, the castle.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso Terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
We missed one.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso Terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Sphne's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect a sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
It's probably dealing with smart people.
Let us say that the Meso Terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the Source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Certainly seems that way.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
What if I just left? I guess a lot of people would die, huh?
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been. Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Oh good, let's fight it. Let's kill our eyelashes though.
I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
He's gonna use a pile of disposable bodies, like people.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait, and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
He didn't think we'd win.
As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems.
Oh.
In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key.
What if we break it?
I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
I also get the feeling someone's watching.
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation.
I always feel
not
like
one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
Serious face. Let's go get him. Well, let's go.
Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
Spanking.
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
Well, let's make it be him that pays the price then. I'm with you.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
So is that the end of This feels like that's the end of the whatever chapter we're in, then I have to go on to the next one. 7.3 end? Phew, well that was an adventure. May have been by the method she was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Indeed, while I remain curious about preservation research into the key, that is an investigation for another day. Let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. I assume there's gonna be like a delay. This is where there would be a delay. Like, oh, we gotta get set up here. Whatever. Come back in, you know, when we're ready. You know, like they do because they release them piecemeal. And that bastard Calyx, he waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. In an infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. What's the use? Time's up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge could come in handy in the days to come. Though I may not be able to contribute much to your dread confrontation, I'm going to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. No, I guess that's not the end. We didn't get an achievement or anything. Okay, we've briefed Aaronville on everything that's happened and sent word to the others. We've now got to consider what our next actions will be. If it's a dungeon, I don't know if we have time for it. If it's one fight, we might have time, depending on if we need to get people in. Calyx offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels most like striding face to face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the music terminal, then that is where we must go. I'm so upset at being deprived of my moment. I nevertheless did my due diligence. I confirmed that the relay we found was indeed just transmitting surveillance data to a dry somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Selenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become. Most importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. It's always been your fight, as much as ours, if not more. Thank you for understanding what this means to me. I've come with you as well. You know my reasons. What are you saying? But your fellow Scions also have every intention of coming you into battle. So adamant were Alistair and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. So if it's one fight, we can do it. I'll keep patrolling the streets for any signs of trouble, especially when anyone wearing neither regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be able to stand by here in the back room. I want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends. Okay, then, Crown, I think we should talk to Gosen, or leave for living memory. Under Calix's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gosen will approve or oppose our chosen course. Either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. We might have to get right up to the end and then stop. No, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. I can imagine how long this would take if I didn't use the teleporters as much as I do. Hours and hours of added game time.
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not Preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calix.
Does he have one of the new regulators? I think he does.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option.
Religion.
And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating Endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless.
Interesting. Interesting way to put it.
Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us for a start.
Oh, wow. We're an army.
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships, and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help.
Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
There it is. Finally managed to sneeze.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Public perception campaign.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossan, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
I've always wondered how those things connect. We get to see it? Nope. Didn't get to see it.
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is. No, that wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Too late.
Calm down, Sphene.
Lamity, you used her name.
Cat's out of the bag. Everybody knew.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are. That must have been hard on you.
Welcome, Scythe. 3-stream streak.
When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same.
They're going really heavy on the green streaks in hair. I like it.
You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
I promise to return.
That's a death flag if I've ever
And
seen
when I
one.
do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Good old death flags. We'll keep her safe. That's what I do. My job is to take the hits. Nobody else has to. Everyone's so warm and welcoming. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. How glad I am to be home. Thank you, Gossin. That decision must have been difficult to make. The only claim to courage to do so came from within. The final push came from Alexandria's citizens, and their bravery in taking their first step towards change. Hugwitch, can I ask you to lock that near regular way where no one can get to it? As to prevent the registrations from reaching the target number. I should be glad to do so, but I fear it will be to no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stage of 5,000. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who have had a change of heart and are otherwise hesitant to register. That does sound like something Calix would do. Oh, we'll have to face him either way, so no point delaying the inevitable. On to living memory.
Things seem much the same.
Yeah, I've definitely got to stop soon so we don't run into a point where I get into a giant cutscene. If I haven't already crossed the border. I know I'm going to cross that border very soon.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Kafkiwa. I mean, not Kafkiwa. Something completely different. Just a coincidence. Where are we going? I have no idea where we're going. Wait, where are we going? Alright, seriously, where are we going? Oh, unlost word, okay. Okay, got it. I clicked on the wrong thing. Alright, I think we touched this, and that should close us out, and then we can call it a day. I know it's a little bit early. Possibly. I'll just go see our comrades Hale and Gerda for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There were no changes of note aside from with the meso terminal itself. Why was happening in the meso terminal? The wall was receded to provide a convenient interest into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress when last we were here, so I must assume that Calix has since manipulated the terminal's electrode. All to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I'm eager to accept. For the sake of all who love Alexandria, I will not yield and leave them to despair. Okay, I don't want to risk taking this quest. I think we stop. I think it's a safer thing to do. It's a few minutes early, I know. I'm sorry I was late and leaving early. I got here late and I'm leaving early. I'm sorry about that. We'll be back tomorrow for more chess puzzles in Final Fantasy XIV. Hope to see you guys here. Hope you like the model showing a little bit more. Trying to put a little bit more focus on you know, me and the outfits and stuff. Hopefully it's not too unusual. We'll see. I don't know. We can always make adjustments if we see fit. I should probably go through it and create more scenes so I can adjust things like just have Beat Saber set up and chess puzzle set up. I don't know. That's it for me. Good night, everyone. Sleep well. Have good dreams. I hope to see you guys here tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Fox out. Night night.